Good afternoon. The way I know na no te. Yo just ye me wa hata be on me aneste ya maneke ya ke na wono ve gatu. Ikia ba ni beri pona suna hache kui mabi mona kona ka ba potuguna. Ki mo kuna me ya ne tama de ikia Lithium mama enya ya ate yo na megu ba yo pone ya me ya atu kia pipe potuguna po pa potugu ki mo kuna kia kona me ja kone ya yo meu na ku ya na neste hai mo ko kwa pika pa potugu ki mo kuni bini pero ti pero ko nya na za poko kare ibi duguna ko ki mo ko tumi ya ni tamada kone me ja kone ya na o mana ko kadai bona me ku ba yo jeshi ni na wata pona ba ko na na ha ji ko me shi na ni tamada ibi ko aksam ne me usu ya na ko na zibu iko ko na ne mo mani pona ne ancestors usu ya ko na zibu iko usu ye shi ne me ye shi o ko ne me na ne ya ka o ko aksam ne ko ne ma na me ye me ya na o je shi me ne me na ne ya ko me ya o ya ta me ya ne me o me na ne ya o Ochishi nemishi na tuma zaibo nemi ni kwa imana ni nane woni juma zai bibi na nahano to taba tsibu nya kwete taba mea na kwete ni nane woni juma zai ni na nishte hete waze taba igia na kwete taba kunya hana kwete ni nane woni ni na kaza ma ya sinish ni ya kaso de ya na biba betis ni mi ona nishte hai ni de nitte waze ko ya to kai bisha ni ku mi shi ni oni na ome ona ku o chi shi ni me uniku ne me ona na me so kwa e uniku na te mo zai bo ne me ona so kwa e me oni ya yo ne me yo ne me no se mo na ne me yo na ne se mo do se ne me ya no na ne me ni mapu ko ne me ya no na ne me na ne shute ha me oni pon yo o tishi o ko uniku ne me ko ya na te mo sai ne me ko ya shi ne me yo mane pon no so apiga den mama ya na hana kona na mo bitte che ya mo che ya me cha be shi oni na ome ona ko uniku ne me ne ko e na te mo sai ne ko ya na ne shute hai uniku ne me ne ko e une mane ko une me mane ya no ni piare po ya to na suna ha che ke po ko ko ni mona ya po ha ma po mane ku zo en uniku ne me ne kama kona ne ne kama kona ne me ona ko o kai bisha hi ma ni ku ni piare po ya to na suna ha chi ku ya maka kai bisha mo so te na ga ona ni me shi ya te mo zai bo ne me ona ko ne ko e o so ko ya ne me ya no ne ko e kada ba ma mo to man nei kias
Good afternoon, relatives near and far. Auntie Josephine is calling out for people to come and stand with her in prayer. Today, we call this place the Sam Indigenous Women's Camp. We are in second day of prayer here with the teepee. We've had the fire lit for 2 days. Many prayers. We chose this site to stop the water from going this way towards the west where the Lithium's wanting it to go. We want to stop it because we don't want our water to be contaminated. Water is a giver of life, and we want it to be pure. She's asking for people to come stand with her in ceremony, from young to old. And I want to say something a little bit about Sam. We are descendants of him. There was a massacre here, 2 massacres here in 1865, and Sam escaped this massacre riding on his horse to the north towards a place called Disaster Peak. He survived that massacre and went on to tell his story about how his people were killed on their land here. We stand here and in prayer to protect this place, ancestral burial ground, where their remains, they're still here, they're still out here. We feel them and we see them. He has told the story to Big Bill Hayward, and he has written a story about Sam's confession. The U.S. cavalry came and massacred our people here, and their remains are still here. Well, we're choosing to protect this place because of that reason. Mother's Day is coming, and this is our Mother Earth. I'm gonna stand here on that day to protect her from Lithium Americas, to try to stop them from destroying her more. My auntie here, she's choosing to stand with me in ceremony as well that day. She's calling out for everybody to come and stand with her.
I just wanted to give proper space to Grandma Josephine and to Dorece. These are the indigenous women that lead this camp, the Sam camp. And it was my honor to come here on behalf of the Lakota people, the Ocheti Shoshone, on behalf of those spiritual altars back home where the Black Hills are at, to bring the teepee canvas. And the Paiute people had the poles here, and under the direction and the guidance of Grandma Josephine, Elder Dean Barlese, Dorece, and all the other relatives that played a role in consecrating the grounds here. This is hallowed ground. This is grounds that where the bones, the flesh, and the blood of Paiute people, just the same way that my family was killed at Wounded Knee in 1890. That's what happened here. The gravity of that situation, Wounded Knee, Sand Creek, and the massacre here. It's been covered up. The truth hasn't been told by the BLM, by the Bureau of Land Management in the lawsuits that are carried forth by the Reno Sparks Indian Colony. They've been joined by Summit Lake, the Burns Paiute. There's several resolutions coming from all the sister bands, whether that's Pyramid Lake, Walker Lake, Ely. The Paiute and Shoshone people are spread far and wide in what is now called Nevada. They're a confederacy. And I wanted to come here to be on the land, to be with the land, and to open my spirit up to the power of Peehee Mu'huh, to the power of the Paiute and Shoshone people, where we've been relatives for a long time. This is where the ghost dance came from, and my family and my lineage are the same people that received these teachings, received these ceremonies and prophecies, and did what they could while they were here to stand up to those same forces that were intruding upon our lives, building the railroads through our territory, destroying the ecosystems of the buffalo people. The same miners that came here before it was called Nevada and destroyed all the trees, the pinyon trees, all of the food sources, the traditional food sources of the Paiute, Shoshone, Washoe, all the people that are still here, who've been adapting to the lithium Americas of yesteryear. Those same forces that intruded upon the constitutional rights of every single American, intruded upon the human rights of every single person on Turtle Island. Those same forces are at work here, and if we don't stand up to those forces, then our children might not have a world to inherit. That's why I came here. And it's very powerful here. And I know it's been a long time. I know it's been 2 years since resistance to the Thacker Pass lithium mine has started. But we're here today in appreciation. Every single day that we wake up here and the sun rises in the east and follows the path right through the middle of this ceremonial house here is a day that we appreciate. Every day that Grandma Josephine prepares the food and comes up and feeds her relatives, telling us that she wants us to live. Every day that we have an awareness, a spiritual awareness, a consciousness that I know everybody is seeking. We want a different reality, and we're willing to stand for that. We have relatives here from the Dene people, from the Blackfoot, the Blackfeet Confederacy, the Mexica, the Maya. We have our European American brothers and sisters who recognize that we are in a very perilous time and that we have a choice. You know, I have young children who watch, everything on the media, everything that is available to them, and they feel like the world is ending. Sometimes we feel like there's nothing we can do, that we don't have power to stop these forces, but we have that power whenever we choose to stand in it. So we're going to be here helping the grandmothers, helping the aunties, doing whatever we have to make sure that people are safe and that our indigenous rights, our nationhood is recognized. Right now it's under attack. You see it happening. Right now the United States Supreme Court is trying to destabilize tribal sovereignty. The same law firm that represents the extractive companies, the corporate conglomerates, is representing the family that is trying to deconstruct the Indian Child Welfare Act for free, for representing them pro bono. It's a long arc, it's a long fight. We're the same people that was here when Sam escaped that terrible, unspeakable massacre. We're the same people that were here when Christopher Columbus landed on Turtle Island, when the doctrine of discovery was invented by the Christian world. We're those same people. And if we don't stand in defense of our land rights and in defense of our water rights, in defense of Mother Earth, then they're going to continue to take them. And every American, every Canadian, Australian, New Zealander is in this same struggle with us. They might not know it, but if we choose not to stand, our children might not have that opportunity to stand. So I just wanted to share a little bit about why I'm here and why I accepted the invite from my Paiute and Shoshone relatives to come and stand in ceremony. And if you're willing to do that, if you're interested in that, then reach out to us. Find a way to reach out to us, because we're going to be here. And I want to thank you, Grandma Josephine, for feeding us, for welcoming us, and for sharing your people's power and your people's knowledge. And for speaking your mother language. And I'll say that much. Thank you very much. Lila Wopila Tanka Chichapalo. Maybe we give an update about what happened.
Oh. We're back.
Are we on?
Yeah.
So I'll try to be very quick. One of our elders had to go to dialysis treatment today. And yesterday, the Humboldt Sheriff's Department, after the elders and the camp restricted access to Lithium America and Lithium Nevada, not to the ranchers or any of the relatives around here who also don't want the mine. But they made it a decision, a determination to make a stand, to stand in ceremony. Law enforcement from Humboldt County showed up and gave a warning, saying that our Paiute elders and their allies were not allowed to be in the roadway. And the camp made a decision to go ahead and stop Lithium America and any of the associated materials that were being delivered here, to not let that happen. And they gave us a final warning yesterday, and today the decision was made again to keep control of this road, knowing that Humboldt County had issued a final warning and law enforcement didn't show up. So this is different than some of the other front lines that we've seen. And we want to thank those people at Line 3, at Tiny House Warriors in Secwepemc Territory, Unistoten, in what is sometimes called the Pacific Northwest, Oak Flat. These are all struggles for land defense. And we want to thank those people for taking that stand. Because we have strong indigenous grandmothers and aunties willing to lead this camp. They're inviting you to come and stand with us in ceremony. So they decided to take the road again today. And law enforcement chose not to show up. And it's a different tactic. This was, everything that happened at Standing Rock, all of the paramilitary contractors, the intelligence gathering, the intelligence operation at the highest levels of the security state in the United States were on the ground at Standing Rock, deploying tactics that they've deployed in the Middle East, in their war profiteering, in the oil wars that are still going on to this day. They've no protected. So again, the invite is there for you to come and join, and we look forward to further updates. That's all I got to share right now.
Bye-bye.
Konnichiwa.
Konnichiwa. Thank you.
Grandma, Grandma, Dorece.